Greetings, my dear students. Today, let's discuss about decision-making process. Decision-making is a part of manager's activity. It's not a separate function of management. According to Peter Drucker, whatever a manager does, he does through decision-making. So it's really important. And the word decision is derived from the Latin word decido. It means to cut off. Thus, to decide means to come to a conclusion. According to J.W. Duncan, decision making is the process of choosing a course of action from two or more alternatives. That means decision making is selecting a best course of action from various alternatives. These are the steps involved in decision making. The first one is to analyze and define the problem or opportunity. Second one is to determine objectives, then develop alternatives, and then evaluate alternatives. And fifth step is to choose the best alternative. And the sixth one is to implement the chosen alternative. And finally, evaluate the result. Analyze and define the problem or opportunity. Problem is the difference between actual state of affairs and desired state of affairs. In other words, it is the gap between where one is and where one wants to be. We need a solution or decision for every problem. So, first of all, we have to identify the problem correctly. That is the first step of decision making. Determine objectives. The main objective of the organization will be profit maximization, and sometimes organizations have multiple goals like a profit maximization along with customer satisfaction. Our decisions must be matching to the objectives of the organization. So the second step is to determine the objectives or goals of the organization. And third step is to develop alternatives. A problem can be solved in several ways. Therefore, developing alternative course of action or solution to problems is the third stage of decision making. For example, if your company is trying to gain more engagement on social media, you can develop a number of alternatives. Like first one is we can select paid social advertisements. Second option is that we can make a change in our organic social media strategy. And third option is we can depend or select a combination of these two. Organic social is any social media activity without a paid promotion. Okay. And the first step of decision making is to evaluate alternatives. The pros and cons of each alternative should be analyzed by gathering necessary information. Each of these alternatives have their own benefits and limitations, so we have to evaluate these alternatives against a set of criteria. The next step is to choose the best alternative or make the decision. The best alternative is the one which satisfies all the criteria. So, after evaluating all the alternatives, we have to select a best alternative from various alternatives. And the next step is to implement the chosen alternative or implement the decision. This means that the alternative selected is applied to the specific problem area. And the next step is to evaluate the result. The impact of the alternative implemented has to be examined or evaluated. That means managers have to check whether the decision works properly, or whether it creates any new problem or opportunity, or whether a new decision must be made, etc. That means the manager has to evaluate the results of the decision. Okay, these are the steps involved in decision making process. Thank you.